And thank you for taking a few minutes to check out Protect My Ministry's new integration with Planning Center Online. If you do not yet have a Ministry Mobilizer account, you're going to need to sign up for Planning Center Online, and you will be sent a username and password, or at least a username and an email to set your password in order to access your Ministry Mobilizer account for the first time. I'm going to go ahead and log in. I have an existing Ministry Mobilizer account that's been set up to use Planning Center Online integration. I'm going to go ahead and log in. If you don't want to see this page with all our messages, updates, and compliance documentation, you can check the box at the bottom, and that'll keep that from appearing every time you log in. When you first log in, you're going to see all the applicants that would exist in your existing Ministry Mobilizer account. If you have a brand new account, this will be empty. If you have existing applicants, even if they are ones that were also in your Planning Center account, you're going to want to archive these applicants so that you're sure to not ever order a background check on somebody who was not first imported from the new integration. I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New, which is the process to begin authenticating your account with Planning Center. If you don't have access to the pipeline, that means you're not a Bundle 2 or higher customer that will be using our electronic consent form. For those customers, they can go through the background checks, new order menu, and authenticate their account that way. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New because I'll be using the electronic consent form process. And I'm going to have to provide my Planning Center username and password to log in and connect to my account. It's asking me to confirm that I want to share my information with Planning Center, and I do. You'll also see this confirmation message pop up about once every 90 days, just making sure you want to continue allowing access to the data in Planning Center for your Ministry Mobilizer account. I'm going to go ahead and click Allow. So at this point, I am ready to start importing my first applicant. You have to type the name of your applicant exactly the way it is spelled in Planning Center, or the applicant will not be found. You can add the first name to tighten your filter search, which is especially useful when you have common names or multiple people in a household. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as the last name so that you can see multiple applicants will be found. As you can see, there's multiple applicants with the last name of applicant. This one has already had a background check before, so they were already imported. And at this point, I don't need to import them again. I could just go ahead and start the process to order the background check. But I'm going to go ahead and import an applicant. And it's going to pull over the first name and last name from Planning Center. And it will pull in the email as well if the email is found. But I can't click the Send Online Consent Form link to applicant. The reason for this is it wants you to validate or verify the email. So just clicking on that box and making sure you have the right email address will allow you to send that form. So my applicant has been saved and my link has been sent. I can go back to my pipeline, click on All, and there's the applicant that I just sent the form to. Once he gets the email and completes the online form, I'll receive an email notification letting me know that it's complete, and then I can return here to order the background check on my applicant. Now, if you have your account set up to auto order, it will go ahead and automatically order the background check at the time the consent form is completed. It can also auto order our employee version of training. If that's not something that you would like to do, you can find your person in your pipeline once you receive notice that that person has completed the online form and order the background check from there. My person already has a completed background check, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and check the box next to their name and pretend I need to order the background check again. So I click Order Background Check from the Actions menu. I'm going to see the menu and I'm going to make my package selection from my drop-down menu, and this can be customized to any package or group of services that you need. And I want my applicant to be sent the email for the volunteer training. So I'm going to click Volunteer. Accept the disclaimer, and that's required once per session, and click Next. I'll review my order, make sure it's correct, certify that I agree to abide by these steps, and submit my order. And I apologize for the delay. I am on a test server and it has a little bit slower of a connection than our production server. So my order has submitted. I can view it in my pending background check menu. Test applicant has been submitted. And once my order is complete, I'll receive a notification and be able to view all my completed background checks here in Ministry Mobilizer and click the link to view the reports. I can also go to my training menu and view all trainings that have been completed and click on the link to view those certificates. But what about Planning Center? Let me log in my Planning Center account and see what appears there. The fastest way in Planning Center to see all your recent background checks is to go to your dashboard and click on your profile notes. All background check results and training results will return to the profile notes. I can sort by just background checks, or I can sort by just trainings, or I can view them all at one time. I'm going to take a look at the background checks first. By sorting by just background checks, I can see that test applicant has a background check status of pending. Jennifer Fowler is also pending. However, test applicant 2, who has a timestamp of April 14th at 8:44, had a completed background check. And I can copy and paste this URL into a new tab in order to view the report. Unfortunately, Planning Center Online does not allow us to return hyperlinks to your account. So it's going to be an extra step in order to view the results in Planning Center. One thing we can do to make this easier, though, is we can have you subscribe to our optional risk assessment process. This process adds a status to each applicant based on criteria that you give us that determines if the applicant passed or did not pass their background check. Let me scroll down to somebody who has one of these risk assessments. Grumpy person had a background check completed, and their recommendation is accept. So using the criteria of your organization, we would apply the recommendation as you would if you had been viewing the results yourself. You can still, of course, copy and paste your URL and open it in another tab in order to view the report. Depending on the speed of your internet, it might be very brief or it might take a few seconds. But here I can view the status of my report. I can also do the same thing with my trainings. If I sort by category trainings, I can view the status of all trainings. This person's been invited, and this person completed their child safety training and scored 100%. And here's a URL so that I can open the certificate. Really no need though, because I can already see their score. If you need to cancel somebody's training, doing so here will not remove the training from your Ministry Mobilizer. But I'm going to go ahead and delete the note because I know I'm going to delete it in Ministry Mobilizer. If you don't get back to your training menu in Ministry Mobilizer, just know that all trainings will expire after 14 days with a future update. So it's good for you to encourage your applicants to complete their training within that 2-week window. Otherwise, you would need to come into your canceled trainings if somebody's training got canceled due to the 14-day time limit, and there will be a link to resend the invitation. Let's say it's pending and they say they didn't get the email notification. You can still pull that applicant up in your pending menu and resend the training from there. A few other tips for those of you using our electronic consent form. There's a few things that you can do. You can customize the form that the applicant receives. You can add a logo or a banner or change your color picker. The consent form will default to our standard view, which is loading. Again, I apologize for the delay using a test account. But this is what the standard default look is for our online form. If I go back to my account, I can go to my consent form email settings, and I can change the subject or the email body of the email that my applicant's going to receive, which is inviting them to complete the online form. For the training, you can also customize the email that your applicants receive when they're asked to complete the training. We've provided some default language for you, but you can customize this language. Just make sure you keep these tags, these bold tags, in your email body because they're necessary for the email to go out correctly. So just a couple things for you that if you're using our online form or using our training, make sure you check out these settings so that you set the emails up to go out the way you like them to. Back to Planning Center. So besides viewing results in your profile notes, you can also go to your dashboard and pull up your applicants and view anything applicable to that applicant in their individual notes section. So test applicant that I've just opened has a background check. It shows you the timestamp from when it was ordered and the status is pending. A little bit further down, you can see that this person had a background check on this day at this time and the status is completed. So any action that's been taken on an applicant, whether it's pending or complete, will show here in your notes of your applicant. And this is it for the integration so far. We do have plans to add like a group import or bulk import in order to order trainings or background checks on people in bulk. And we look for feedback from our customers if there's other suggestions that you can make for things that we could do to improve your experience using our Ministry Mobilizer and Planning Center online integration. Thank you so much and have a great day.